Today, I will share a few incidents related to my mother's house. My mother purchased a house beyond the highway in a good location about 12 to 14 years ago. At that time, the area was not heavily populated. The houses were built in barracks style, all identical, constructed by the same company. When my father bought it, the house had been closed for a long time. They went there and had it cleaned. My sisters went with my father, and one of my brothers was with them. During the cleaning, my younger sister was stung by a scorpion. The nearest hospital was far away. It took almost half an hour to reach. She was given several injections. After that, she stabilized, but she was in severe pain. She was screaming that she could not tolerate it. Fear settled in our hearts that the area had many scorpions because it was not populated. There was a lot of greenery, grass, trees, and bushes. After they shifted there, I used to visit often. I was the only married daughter, and I had a small daughter. When I went there for the first time, there was very little furniture. The drawing room was very large. There were only 2 sofas placed on the sides. My mother had a sofa bed there and slept on it at night. When we visited, we all sat in the drawing room on carpets with pillows, telling stories and talking the entire night. No one slept when we gathered like that. Late at night, my father scolded us and told us to sleep and stop talking. Some slept, some were still awake. My younger sister had fallen asleep. After some time, the sister lying beside her had also fallen asleep. The rest of us were whispering so no one's sleep would be disturbed. Suddenly, my younger sister started screaming loudly. We turned on the lights. We thought perhaps a scorpion or snake had passed over her. We asked what happened. She was not fully in her senses. My father came and asked her what happened. She said she was asleep and her sister was lying beside her. She felt as if someone was massaging her head gently, the way you soothe a child to sleep. She thought her sister was massaging her. She fell into deep sleep. Then the pressure increased. She said the nails began pressing into her scalp. She told her sister to stop because she was feeling very sleepy. But the nails pressed harder into her skin. When she angrily turned to look, her sister was asleep and both her hands were away from her head. When she raised her own hand over her head, she felt a hand without skin, only bones. She jerked away and screamed terribly. She said she did not know what it was. We laughed and thought it was fear from the scorpion incident. We did not take it seriously. In the morning, we even joked about it. My daughter used to sit between the gaps of the sofas and talk as if another child was there. She would say, "You eat this, drink this. I made tea for you." My mother said small children often behave like that, so I did not pay much attention. One evening, my sisters took my daughter to the rooftop. She pointed and said, "Look, my friend is walking on the wall." She pointed with her finger. My sister asked where. She said on the wall above the water tank. A normal person cannot walk there. She said he was walking smoothly on the wall. She said he was black in color and wearing a white diaper. She said he was calling her to come and play. My sisters saw nothing. They came downstairs and told us. My daughter said he comes into the room too and plays with her. We became alert. I asked if he was in the room at that moment. She said no, she would tell us when he comes. There was a room with only carpets where we sat, talked, and watched TV. My elder brother and sister were sitting there. My sister fell asleep. When she woke up at night, she started screaming loudly. She said she saw an old woman sitting near the curtain. Her skin was blue. Her hair was very long and white. Her nose was long, and her nails were very large. As soon as her eyes met the woman's eyes, the woman smiled strangely. When my sister screamed, the figure disappeared. We became conscious that something was wrong. My father always scolded us for such talk. A relative who claimed to understand such matters was told. He said when places remain uninhabited, such beings settle there. He said the children among them trouble people and create conflict. He said the empty barracks behind our house had such presence. My brave brother once saw two figures in white clothes standing among the bushes at night. When he and my elder brother went closer with a torch, the figures went into thick bushes where no human could enter. There was no space inside. They returned silently. One night, my husband was walking home near Lakeshore Drive in Chicago. He saw 4 men ahead wearing long robes. He tried to walk faster to catch up with them. The distance did not decrease. When he looked carefully, they were moving above the ground, not walking on it. He returned home with fever. Later, he told us what he had seen. My brothers shared what they had seen. Fear spread in the house. One night, my sister on the rooftop near Wicker Park saw a very large head peeking from behind the back shade. It was much bigger than a football. When she moved toward it, it lowered. She ran downstairs and told everyone. Everyone checked. Nothing was there. But the empty barracks behind the house felt terrifying. My brave brother started hearing our mother's voice at night calling his name, saying, "Come here." We heard it too. He went to her room, but she was asleep. This continued for many days. One day, we saw our father enter the washroom. Water was running. When we checked, the tap was open, but he was not there. No one saw him leave. Fear increased. One night, my brother screamed for help. He was sweating heavily. In the morning, he said he felt something leaning over him. Long hair was touching his face. He thought it was our mother, but then it vanished. Later, religious scholars visited the house. They advised removing all paintings with living images and to recite Surah Baqarah for 40 days. They said it would drive away such presence. We removed all pictures and followed the instructions. Gradually, the incident stopped. Years later, after my parents passed away, my daughter told me about the black, crawling child she used to see. She said he crawled on walls and remained the same height, like a 1-year-old child wearing a diaper. Even as she grew older, his height never changed. He spoke to her, asked her to play, and talked about her toys. She said she was never afraid of him. As she grew older, she saw him less often. Sometimes when she visited the house near Lincoln Park, she would see him. Sometimes she would not. When we asked, she would say, "He is not here today."